Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 1. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 2, and we're in the ruins. Cilant Lee. And we have turned on and adjusted sort of the AI script for our two companions. We're not going to use per rest abilities. I prefer to have a little bit more control over
What
those.
you need?
And then for me, I've turned it off. I like to have 100% control over my character. She's got hers turned on, aggressive behavior, auto attack is aggressive.
Yeah.
I actually am going to turn mine on, but what I'm going to do is Cipher begins with physical attack and then focus on using powers. No. I don't want to have any of that stuff. Character will actively seek out enemies for combat regardless of whether or not they're being directly attacked. Okay, but I think what I'm going to do is keep this off. I don't want to deal with that. So we'll have 100% control there. Here we go. A lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rebel. Turn that off, and then we'll look at... Let's do this. We have Roguish with us.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Windstorm. Of a kind they only get in Air Glanfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfathan word is Biawak. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glanfathans. Those would be the hut dwellers Odema warned you about. Look to be fangs of Galawain. Or the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odema. I think he half expected this once we lost the main road. The Glanfathan said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Odema would never allow it. But as much as the fangs are hotheads, Glanfathans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or... She glances down the passage beyond. Or there's looters in here with us, and that's not something we need right now. What happened to everyone else in our caravan? Liska's lips press together and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them now. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. Let's get going then. Let's go left. I think the way out is right, but I think there are some loot chances to the left here, maybe. It's been a long while since I played this game, so.
Someone else has been here. We should move.
Yeah. What do we have here? Some stuff. Hammer and chisel. Camping supplies. You've discovered some camping supplies. You can use these to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all of your character's abilities and health. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available. Okay. We have here a torch and a small shield. What are you using, my friend? You've got a pair of daggers. Okay. I see how you are. Well, we may need a torch from you in the event that we need a torch for some reason. That we need to put fire to something. Party AI is inactive. I want the party AI active.
What you need?
Hers is active. Alright, so if I disable mine... Hers is still active, and the whole party... Oh, but it doesn't say the whole party is... Okay, we'll do that then. See how that works. Actually, I want to turn it off and see what happens. Her AI I want to turn on, and his, and we'll see if that works. What do we have here down this tunnel? I think we just have to go straight ahead and go through a puzzle, but What do we have here? A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobbly elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Xaurip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. It sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. It's okay. I won't hurt you. The Xaurip recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around his spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound. Slowly back away. It warily watches you go. Okay, it watched me go, but I just want to go through here. Oh, nope, that's not going to happen now. Okay. Everybody attack, but you kind of move this way. Buddy, I just wanted to get past you. Many spells and abilities in Pillars of Eternity have a limited number of uses. An ability that can be used a number of times per encounter will have all of its uses restored when combat ends. This is one of the reasons I love Pillars of Eternity, is because of the per encounter stuff. It's just such a smart way to do things. Ooh, fancy. We'll take that. And what is this? A tattered journal. Uh-oh, I'm a little over encumbered, aren't I? I can see the little X showed up. That was nice. There's a big crossbow. Okay.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Do I hear it? What am I hearing? Let's see what this journal says. Small folio is torn in several places, and blood has soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. Can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine Engwithan artifact. The fellow who had it said it was a pretty nothing as far as he's concerned, but not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, then that's worth sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to what is it? Cilant in the morning? Then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. Uh-oh. Okay, that's cool. Hers is on, obviously.
How can I help?
I need you to attack, and I'm going to move past it. That thing got crunched. Okay.
That looks
I hear
weak.
something.
Could be a shortcut.
Definitely could. A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. Use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall. You set to work. The cracks lengthen and widen with your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you expected. Sweat beads your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side. With one final tap, several blocks of stone shift, then tumble loose, clearing a gap just wide enough to pass through. Well, that looks fun.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
The Eastern Reach is a dangerous place full of lurking enemies and carefully concealed secrets. Enable scouting mode to move stealthily and search for hidden objects, like traps and secret doors.
How can I help?
Buddy, you want to scout? What do you think you can find? Oh, there we go. Scouting mode is used for both stealth and finding hidden objects like traps and secret containers. While scouting, your character's selection circle will start to fill with yellow when a character is starting to detect them. Once the circle fills yellow, the character is suspicious and will move to investigate while the circle fills red. If the circle becomes fully red, your character will be discovered. A character's ability to find hidden objects is based on his or her mechanic skill. A higher mechanic skill offers them to find objects at a greater distance. Okay. Moving toward a character accelerates how quickly they will detect you. If you actually touch the selected circle of a character with your own, you will be immediately detected. Okay. Uh-oh, he's been seen. Darling, you gotta rush up on it. And me too. There you go, attack. And I got 13 points, so let's do that one. Oh, no, it's not gonna matter. I should have just blinded. That's okay. Everybody attack this guy. They're dead. They're dead, Jim. Okay. Skulder ear. There's nothing else down here. There's the Adra.
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
What do we have in here? Spiders. Okay, my friend.
How can I help?
Huh?
Well, that was quick, short work of that. That was nice. So I believe this is... I believe there's a puzzle here. Yeah, there is. So if we pull a party over here...
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either. How can I help? Worth a look.
There we go. That's what we need. Every single one of these things is trapped.
Worth a look.
All trapped. Let's see, my main man here.
Yeah.
Can you disarm a trap?
Finished. Finished.
Failed to disarm the trap. Okay.
Hmm?
What about you?
Worth a look.
I am not as good as Hyoden is. That'll change over time. It's an interesting choice to make all of them trapped instead of like some weird pattern.
Worth a look.
I never really understood why all of them were trapped. But they're 15... is getting 15 to 45 experience for level 1, level 3 difficulties, so you get some experience out of this, which you would want to do. Okay, what about this? So over here, there's
Those
this
tiles
door.
look suspicious. Let's be careful.
The ruins of Cilant. Yeah, what's the journal say about that? I have narrowly escaped the strange and deadly wind. I've come across a section of tiles marked with peculiar symbols. They may be a clue about their meaning nearby. Yeah. Maybe there's a clue.
That roundish symbol. I'm pretty sure I saw it on one of the tiles back there.
A symbol of patterned circle is inscribed on the pillar. An unlit brazier sits at its base. It could be lit if you had the means. Use the torch. Let's see what happens if we light all these braziers. Hopefully nothing bad. They're all lit. Is there anything up here? What's this say? The mural must be ancient, yet the colors are still bright and vivid. It shows a procession of Engwithans from all the Kith races. Amaua, elf, Orlan, dwarf, and human. They walk among pillars similar to the ones that span this chamber, each one topped with a flame. What do you need, Lucy? What's going on? My cat Pinky needed outside. She's our indoor-outdoor feral stray that has started to hang out inside a little bit, but she needed to go out. She was desperate to get out. Okay, now there's... These are not flamed on top. What do we have here? Lesser black ooze, immune to blinded, dazed, frightened, prone, and terrified. Okay. What are you trying to hit her with, buddy? Hey,
How can I help?
just hit this thing.
Yeah.
Let's see, what am I going to do with this? Let's do... Dun, 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 dun. Not be used for spells or AI ability. Just save it for aggressive. That's what I want. I think that'll be useful. Ooh, what I got? Ooze. Plasma ooze. Okay. What is this over here? I got a person with a big old pole axe. Ooh. Okay. Let's see how my... What is this? A Pollux. Two-handed. Speed slow. / crest damage. Accuracy versus deflection. That's nice. She could use it if she wanted to. What's it going to do for damage? So primary damage is 13 at 19 slashing. That is really smashing, isn't it? Okay.
Where'd that slime come from?
Yeah, no kidding. Viscous and oily, the muck clings to anything it touches. Okay. Viscous slick of something dark and tar-like runs down this wall. The shapes and bulges in the ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. Use your water skin to clear off the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it is chipped away in places, but the details of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye socket is empty. A gem fills the other. Place the gem in the eye socket. The chamber begins to rumble, stray rocks dancing across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. Yep, alright. Here we go. What do we got here? Let's go, boys and girls. What's your AI doing right now? Cautious. Oh, no. Let's turn you to aggressive for right now. Oh, everything is simple. Okay. Except, what do we have here? Defend self, aggressive. Rogue uses crippling strike, blinding strike at first opportunity. Only if per rest is enabled, but it's not. And it still looked like he used it, didn't he? Hidden grazes. Blinding strike. Yeah, he used blinding strike. I don't really want you to do that, buddy. We'll do that then. We'll manually handle him. Ooze. What else is in here? Oh, there's a cloak. Minor cloak of protection. What does that give me? This is fortitude +5, reflex +5, and will +5. Okay. So all of these went up. That was nice. I like that. I like the way they did loot and stats in this game a lot. Quite a bit. There is, of course, fast mode. It's double speed. You want to speed things up. I tend not to use it a whole bunch in my previous playthroughs, but maybe I'll change my mind this time. here we are in here, and there are spiders, and there's a big spider. Okay. I'm going to take a second to kind of dodge over here. I've got to point up. Okay. Can I blind this thing now? That'd be good. There we go. Alright. I got a little hurt there, but not too bad. Got a spider leg out of it. Bats as large as chickens. That's pretty cool. What does it say? Bats as large as chickens are strung in the web. What do we got over here in this web? We have a rapier and a bloodstone. I'll take that. You can have this. Does that
How can I help?
Is that better than what you have right now for your daggers? I love this. The comparison already happens. 10 to 14 pierce damage versus slash damage. Okay. Properties. Accurate 1. Nice. Enchant. Oh yes, I forgot you can do enchanting, can't you? Okay. Oh my goodness. I totally forgot you could do that. This goes through here. Is there anything left in here? There is a helm. Okay. Personal preference for the helm is what they said. What's this? Gems. I'll take those. Let's see if we can get out of here, shall we? During combat. Oh, we're quick enough to load. We can't read that. That's cool. And here we go. Older robed men. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus. An ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land and the pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black and conscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time, You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of the great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered. Or, at the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking toward him now, at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. And your friends are dead. You awaken to find your malaise is broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figure at the machine stands frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Theoden and Caliska lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. We have leveled up. Character has earned enough level experience to level up, and we have a bunch of stuff that we obviously can't take all of it with us. Scale armor. Big, huge weapons. How much stuff can I take with me reasonably?
Can't move now.
Can't move now. Okay. Well then, I will drop a couple things. How do I drop stuff? Oh, I gotta go back to looting? Is that the deal? Liska. And then I gotta go... What? I don't want to take everything. It's my stash. Ah! How do I do this? Oh, there's my stuff. Okay. And get rid of these things. And... Can I move now? What about my friend? That's all my friends. Okay. Well then, it's level up time, and it's time to get to the next town. Let's level up and see how that works. So we have points here. Okay. Survival allows characters to choose from a variety of long-term bonuses each time they camp. The first 6 ranks grant the following: damage reduction, received healing multiplier, bonus movement, accuracy bonus versus creatures, and increased consumable duration, bonus damage versus flanked enemies. After the 6th rank, the previously earned bonuses become more powerful. So that's a nice thing to do. We want to be the mechanics person, though, in the group. So we definitely want to do that. It shows you how many points you need to advance and how many points are spent. Lore represents a character's accumulated miscellaneous knowledge and trivia, often of occult or esoteric topics. Outside of conversations and scripted interactions, lore is used to activate scrolls. Higher lore values allow the character to use higher level scrolls. Athletics. This is a once per encounter. Characters with athletics can use second wind to recover lost endurance. And we have athletics +1 from laborers, so we're obviously going to put some points in there. Stealth allows a character of a class to attempt to avoid being seen or heard. Scattered notes. So really we want mechanics, survival, and athletics. I don't know if it's worth it. See, these are maxed, so then we have 1 point, and you can save points between. So unused points will carry to the next level, so we're going to do this and save the rest of these points. And then here we go. So this antipathetic field, which is really nice and we want, but there's also these other ones. Mind wave, the target of the object of a concussive blast of psychic energy suffering raw damage from the trauma. Characters in a canonical area behind the target failing a fortitude check are knocked prone from the blast. It's a really nice one. Soul shock briefly transforms the outer shell of an ally's target soul into energy, releasing an electrical burst around them. Characters standing in the area around the target take shock damage. So you target an ally with that, and then enemies around them are going to get shocked a lot. Tenuous grasp assails the target's grasp of reality, frightening and confusing them. Ooh, I like that. Frightening and confusing, but I want this. This is one of my favorite things to play with, so. And then here we go. The very first thing we have to take, so I have to check the guide. So in my own melee cipher guide, I say greater focus. This should always be the first talent you take to get an automatic +10 to your starting and max focus, which allows you to fire off spells at the start of a battle instead of having to wait to build focus to use them. So this is what's really important. It's starting focus. This gets you +10 max focus. Let's see, what is it? Greater focus. +10 max focus. Cipher has an increased maximum focus. And it's really interesting because I wonder if this has somehow changed, because I've got it very specifically in my guide where it says +10 to your starting and max focus, and I even have that bolded, but here it says +10 to max focus, which makes me wonder if they took out the starting focus part. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's not do this. Let's exit. Let's save the game right here and see what happens if we select that. So we're going to go mechanics. We know athletics. Mechanic, athletics. Let's go pick one on survival and carry over the next one. We're going to grab this antipathy field. We're going to grab greater focus. And it does give you starting focus. Okay, it didn't see it. It didn't say that there, but that's what it does. Maybe that's why I was so empathetic. Maybe that's why I emphasized it in my guide, because it's so important. With starting focus, then you can fire off things at the start of combat. So this is really cool. It's really neat the way they did this. See this person on this rack. The way they do these visions. Of course, you're hearing things. St. Gairen's Horn. To this poor bloke, we get vessel flesh from. This poor person was on a stake. Oh no, that looks terrible. Looks terrible. Looks like they died horribly. I don't see anything else up in here that we need. Oh, there's a plant over here. Probably should grab everything we can find because we're gonna need them for enchanting, I think, or something. Massive structure is formed of stone, adro, and copper and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Oh, did I get a better what is this? Scale armor. Yeah. Damage reduction. And then what is this thing here? This is my reflex. Okay. Defense, concentration. Gotta get used to all these stats all over again. Alright, let's go through here. So, we're here and we need to get to Gilded Vale. Take you 6 hours to complete your journey to the Valewood. Alright then. We're here in the Valewood. I'll save this for the next episode. Everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. As usual, if you dig it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave your questions and comments down below, and I will see you all next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.